How did you end up as a badass?
I come from a line of really strong women, and my parents always encouraged us to find what made us happy all of our lives. And so I think that was the first milestone, right? I know people that their parents are like, you need to get a job, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I remember once younger, I was living in Austin. Oh my God, I was serving pizza at this place and I had to do a night shift because it was required. Everyone had to do the night shift. And I got home at 5:30 in the morning. And I remember calling my dad after I fell asleep and got some rest. And I called my dad and I was just weeping. I was like, Papa, I can't do this. Like, this is horrible. This was like, it was just, and he just on the phone, he's like, Claudia, leave. Like, why are you doing this? You don't need to do this. And so every job I've ever taken on, my family owns a business in Honduras. So I've been an entrepreneur since I was 15. And it wasn't just like, oh, how cute, you work in your family business. Sometimes it was like, no, designing menus, purchasing, making pricing structures, like creating. Actually, in my undergrad, I had an ops class and they were creating processes, and I took my kitchen because we were remodeling our restaurant. And my project was remodeling the kitchen to optimize the work we did there. And so I always had this practical component to the work that I was doing. So my parents telling us to pursue happiness, very practical experience alongside my education. And I think I've never considered failure an option. And I'm reflecting on this now at this phase of my career where I'm turning 40 this year. I'm thinking about what's next in my life. What other lives am I to live? And I realized sitting here at the organization I'm at today, and there's never been a day I don't want to go to work. I love my team. I love the work that I do. There are days I don't want to work, but those are two different things, right? It never crossed my mind that it could not work. I'll try things that don't work, and then I'll learn something, and then I'll try again, right? But failure was never an option. And so I think that in the back of my mind just kept me going forward. And I think I'm reflecting on it more these days, and I'm like, I don't know if that's normal. I don't know if that is a thing that everyone does. I think a lot of immigrants, it's a very immigrant value, right? You can't give up. There's no other option. There's no plan B. And I did have plan Bs. I could have done anything else with my career and with my life, but that wasn't how I approached it.